In this video, you'll see how to improve security and enable auditing by monitoring Windows user logins on your Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud or EC2 instances using CloudWatch Logs Insights. Before you can monitor Windows logins using CloudWatch, you'll need to first ensure security log data from any Windows instances is being collected. To get started from the AWS Management Console, let's navigate to the EC2 dashboard. As you can see, we currently have 3 Windows instances running. Let's connect to the first one. This instance has already been configured with the Amazon CloudWatch Agent, so let's run the AWS CloudWatch Agent Configuration Manager to configure CloudWatch Agent to transmit Windows security event logs. Continue through the Configuration Manager wizard. For now, let's skip ahead to the relevant command prompts. When prompted whether to specify additional Windows event logs to monitor, select Yes, and then type in Security. Continue through the Configuration Manager wizard. For the log group name, let's call it Windows Security Logs. Now, proceed through the rest of the wizard to store this configuration in the Parameters Store. The configuration is now saved in the Parameters Store. Let's disconnect from the Windows instance and navigate to AWS Systems Manager to take a look at the Parameters Store. Reviewing the configuration we just created, you can see that it will collect both system and security event logs from Windows instances. You can now apply this configuration to your instances to begin collecting Windows security logs in CloudWatch. Next, let's connect to the first Windows instance again and open the Event Viewer to review the security logs that are now being collected. As you can see, the security logs can contain many different events. Let's filter the list using an event ID that shows only logon events. In the Details pane, you can see a summary of the information that is being transmitted to CloudWatch for monitoring, such as the username and domain name. Now, let's disconnect from the instance and open the CloudWatch Management Console. Amazon CloudWatch lets you collect metrics and logs from your Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud instances and provide measurable and actionable data about system performance, security events, and more. Here, you can see the different log groups you've created, including the Windows Security Logs group we created earlier. Looking inside the group, we can see the log streams for our 3 Windows instances, and drilling down, we can see all the events being recorded for this stream. CloudWatch Logs Insights allows you to quickly search and analyze your log data using simple but powerful queries. For example, you can select the Windows Security Logs group and run a query that looks for logon events and displays the username, logon type, and logon process name for those events. Here, you can see the results, including a visualization of all the logon events that have occurred. You can also capture logon events from machines that have been joined to an Active Directory service hosted in AWS. As you can see, we've added a 4th Windows instance that's been joined to a domain hosted in AWS Directory Service. Let's see how you can enable logging for this directory. First, navigate to Directory Service and select the directory. Scroll down and open the Networking and Security tab. Here, you can enable log forwarding. Select Choose an existing CloudWatch log group. Make sure the Windows Security Logs group is selected, and then enable log forwarding. Now let's return to CloudWatch and run the logon query again. You can see that the query results now contain events from the joined Active Directory instance. It's easy to adjust the CloudWatch Logs Insights query to narrow your search to actual user logins. For example, if you know that some system user accounts contain a certain character, such as a $, you can add a filter to the query to remove those results. That's better. However, scrolling through the results, you can still see a few system user logins. Let's add another filter to remove those logins from the results as well. Now, when you run the query, you can see that the results include only actual user login events. You've just seen how to improve security and enable auditing by monitoring Windows user logins on your Amazon EC2 instances using CloudWatch Logs Insights. Thanks for watching. Now it's your turn to try.